Hi, my name is Shayla Velez, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my story and how I became a Beachbody coach. I grew up in South Georgia, as you could probably tell by my accent and my drawl. I started dancing when I was the age of 4, so although I was active, I didn't really grow up in an environment that focused on health and healthy eating and exercise. I really didn't know what that was all about. Everything pretty much was white bread, white rice, and fried. So I danced, and I was fine from a body perspective. I had the young metabolism on my side, and I danced throughout college, and it wasn't until the end of college that I started putting on some weight. And then when I graduated, I moved to Atlanta and just stopped cold turkey any exercise or any kind of activity, and probably put on about 10 or 15 pounds. And I became very self-conscious about my body, but I really didn't do much about it. I was very consistently inconsistent. I'll go to the gym, I would kind of mess around with some of the equipment, might take a class here and there, have a couple good weeks, and then completely fall off the bandwagon. Got married and then got pregnant with my first child and topped the scales at 165 pounds. So after I had Owen, he was about 6 months old, I lost a lot of my pregnancy weight, but my body was just different. Everything shifted. My clothes didn't fit. And I just knew I needed help. So I hired a nutritionist and a trainer and worked with her for 2.5 months, and wow, I mean, she transformed my body. My friends would tease me and say I had a Jennifer Aniston transformation. I really did, and I was so happy, and I finally learned about proper eating and the correct portion sizes and the whole concepts around macronutrients, and like really being conscious about what I'm picking as far as a protein and a carb and a fat and all of that stuff. And then about 2 months later, I got pregnant again. So let's fast forward about 7 years, and life, trying to take care of 2 small children, working full time, trying to balance everything, which I was not doing very well at all, and I had gained all the weight back. And this was probably about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, that I was looking at pictures. I'm like, how did I get here again? Like, I worked so hard to get in shape, and now I lost all that weight, gained it back, super tired, like had no energy in the middle of the day, had no motivation whatsoever, had no accountability to do anything. I knew what I needed to do. I was just not there, not interested. And so a friend of mine who happened to be a Beachbody coach invited me to one of her challenges. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I know what I need to do. She goes, okay, well, good luck. Let me know if you need anything. I'll touch base in a couple of months. A couple of months later, she comes back. Hey, how you doing? I made no progress, of course. And at that point in time, I said, hey, I'm training for my orange belt in Krav Maga. Let me focus on that. I'm going to be training like crazy over the next 2 months. I know that I'm going to get it together and get in shape. So contact me afterwards. So that was in December, and not only did I not lose weight, I gained about 3 pounds during that training period. So the third time she comes back and was like, hey, I got another challenge started. You want to join? I was like, obviously I need to, because what I'm doing is not working. So that was February of 2013. I joined her challenge, and it changed my life. She recommended Turbo Fire. I started doing that. I mean, that was perfect. I do Krav Maga. I used to dance. You kind of put the two together, kickboxing with a little bit of a dance groove, and I loved it. Started drinking Shakeology, and talk about making me feel good. That afternoon slump that I always had, the lack of energy, was gone. So I started raving about it. People were asking me, what have you been doing? What have you been doing? I'd send them to her. Like, my friend runs these challenges. I'd rave about Shakeology and how much I love it. And finally, probably about 6 months later, she was like, have you ever considered being a coach? She was like, you've been referring all these people to me, which it's awesome, and thank you for it, but you could be doing this and making money. And my response was, you know what? I never even thought about it. It never crossed my mind. I didn't even know what the opportunity was. So I started researching it, and then I got a little nervous. I'm like, what is this? Is this some Ponzi scheme? Like, pyramid. I don't know if I want to be involved in this. It's just, I just don't know. So I took my time, I did my own research, talked to her, and you know what I found out? This company has been offering products and great fitness programs for years, well before the business opportunity ever existed, before they created it. Their whole mission is to end obesity and to help people get healthy and fit. And so they created this business opportunity for people like me who love the products and found great success, help other people do the same thing. So when I started looking at that, I said, yeah, why not? I can certainly do this. And that was a year ago. I started really coaching in July of 2013, and it's been so rewarding. The people I can help and the other mothers or wives or even single people that just struggle with finding balance between work and their families and their other extracurricular activities, and not really carving out that time for themselves to take care of themselves, to really think about what they're putting in their bodies, to find that even if it's 30 minutes to exercise daily, and realize how much better they feel, how much happier they feel, especially my mothers. I'm like, if mama's not happy, nobody's happy. And I am honestly more organized and have more patience with my kids because of it. And if you followed my story, one of the biggest things was I need accountability. I need accountability. And saying yes to this opportunity gives me that on a day-to-day basis, because if I want to talk the talk, I got to walk the walk. And it keeps me on the straight and narrow, and I just have so much joy helping other people find that balance, finding something that they can do, and just sharing my experience. And I'm just here to tell you, you can make it whatever you want it to be. Do you just want a discount on the products because you love it? Awesome. Do you want to be a coach so that you can offer the products and Shakeology to your family and friends? Great. Maybe you just want to sell a little bit so you get your stuff paid for. Maybe you need to bring in some supplemental income for your family, and this is a great way. You can use an extra $500 a month. Or maybe you really don't like the job you're in and you're searching for something else you can do that gives you flexibility in the middle of the summers when your kids are out of school, and you can pick up and go to the beach or travel for a month at a time and not having to worry about taking time off. Or make this your full-time job. You can do whatever you want it to do, and that's what I love about it. It is yours. I'm doing this on top of a full-time job right now, and you know, my end goal is to make this my job, and I'm here to tell you that it's certainly doable. So thanks for listening to my story. Would love to have you join my team, and I look forward to talking to you soon.